Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. Welcome. And if you've been here before, well, you know the drill. Welcome back. Almost to second to last video of Stock It September. Month's pretty much flown by. And excuse the mess, the house is in ridiculous mode right now. We had two severe frost warnings this past weekend. And I had to scramble and get what I could get done in like an hour and a half by myself, and then about an hour with David's help on Friday because of the frost that was coming that night. And it was a lot of things I was planning on doing well this week. A lot of the last minute garden things, because my mind, my brain has been mush. It's been totally centered on the Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference and my craft table, which went well. It went better than well. It went incredibly well. So I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to everyone who stopped by. Some of you, quite a few of you, said you watch me on YouTube, so thank you. I appreciate it so much. I did much better in sales than I thought I would. I sold a lot more things than I had even hoped. And so many people were so kind, and like they stopped and would tell me how beautiful my work was. Like that, just like one lady actually used the word exquisite, which just, I was almost in tears. So it was amazing. It was so amazing. I'm crazy enough that I have applied for one Christmas craft fair the first weekend in November, which isn't that far away, to go to. So I'm going to be in crazy mode for several weeks going into that. So again, a great big thank you to everyone who stopped by. It was a lovely weather day. Thank you to my hubby who helped me set up. I would not have been able to get it all done if it wasn't for him. I learned a lot, so hopefully there's a few things for the next craft fair. And it was a good time. We had lovely people sitting next to us. We had a goat right across from us that I was visiting. Lots of dogs I got to pet. It was so much fun. I didn't get to go to any of the presentations or really see any of the other vendors because I was that busy. But I had a great time, and yeah, it really gave me a big boost in my self-esteem to think, okay, maybe I can do a couple of craft fairs. So back to Stock It September, and as I said, this is our next to last video. And I did something a little different this week. We went to two different places, and it's not a huge haul. It's just a few things I found on sale that I wanted to add to a couple of, I have several different stockpiles. We have a first aid stockpile. We have a cleaning stockpile. Granted, I make a lot of my cleaning products, but there's a couple things I do buy, and I'll explain why in a second. Some things for long-term storage, and just a couple of things I found that were a great deal and I thought would add great to our long-term storage for fall and winter dinners and things. So the first thing we got that is totally non-edible, not food, is this little toy. Last December during Vlogmas, I mentioned that we do a Giving Tuesday. We were doing a Giving Tuesday every week, all the Tuesdays in December, where my family and I picked different things to volunteer for, donate to, etc., etc. And we did the seniors last year. These are senior citizens who live in nursing homes or long-term care homes is what they're called here in Ontario, that don't have anybody and might not have any gifts to open. And friends, the things they ask for, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So we bought enough, I think, for like 20 seniors last year. We did the SPCA where we donated dog food and cat food, which that is probably one we'll do again this year. That tends to be one we do every year. This year we're going to be doing the toys, the Christmas toy program that's run by several different organizations, so it won't be hard to pick from one, where you buy a toy for a child who would probably not have anything to open on Christmas Day. And luckily, Walmart is having a huge toy clearance. This was a $40 toy. First, can I say, toys are ridiculously now expensive. Like, I thought they were expensive when my kids were little, but now they're nuts. They are absolutely nuts. So we're taking advantage of the clearance, and we're going to try and pick up at least, we're kind of have like a $10 to $20 budget and see how we do every week until we reach maybe around $100. That's the plan. I got this for 10 bucks. $10. It's so cute. The little mushroom actually makes noise if I can get it to work. Gracie actually got it to work, but nope. Okay, it lights up, it sings, it's adorable. I thought it was so cute. I thought the little deer was so pretty. The little fox, I mean, she's cute. She's got little detachable wings. Anyway, I thought that would be a great start. So we're gonna get a box ready and start putting those in. You don't wrap them, you drop them off unwrapped. And like I said, there's quite a few organizations. The firefighters do it, even the base, the military base where David works, they do it. So that's probably where we'll probably be dropping them off, because I think they will go to like military kids. Because yes, military kids struggle too. We were a full-time military family, and it can be difficult to make ends meet. So yeah, so we did that, and like I said, we plan to do that over the next couple of weeks. And I'm telling you, if this is something, if I had little ones again, I would have had all my Christmas shopping done last month, because the deals they have had on, I wish I had thought of this last month, have been insane, like insane. I would be getting it all done and not have to worry about it. So there was a few other things there. We're gonna go back this week and pick up another one or two things. So I'm excited to get that going. So the rest is food. Our next place we went was Grocery Outlet. This is like a surplus discount. They may be like, maybe the bag is supposed to weigh 300 grams and it only weighs 297, so they can't legally, sell it at 300 grams, so they sell it to these kind of companies. I've said in the past, it's kind of like Amish salvage stores from what I've seen on a video. I've actually never been in an Amish salvage store. I'd love to find one, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. And like I said, we went and I picked up 3 things. The first thing I got was this clove, organic clove. They're actually whole cloves. I didn't realize that until I just shook this, because I didn't have my reading glasses on and I couldn't read that. Whole cloves. We got the 4 of these in the cinnamon a month ago from at the same place that's organic, and it's the best cinnamon. Like, I can't believe how amazing it is. So I thought, you know what? I am down to like 3 or 4 cloves. Not that I use a whole lot of it, but I do use it in elderberry syrup, fire cider, some baking. So, and I can grind these up and make my own ground cloves. So this was only $1. $1 for organic whole cloves. So we got those. And then these are the 2 things that I got just because I thought these sounded really good, and they'd be great to add to our long-term storage for fall or winter meals. They're non-GMO. They have no added sugars or preservatives. It's a family-run bakery in the States, so if any of you have had this, please let me know. It's called Olivia's Stuffing. So I got 2 boxes. These were only $1.50 a box. I got traditional, and this one is a cornbread. And I thought for $1.50, I can't even get a loaf of bread, or really probably make a loaf of bread, maybe. Maybe I could make a loaf of bread for $1.50, but everything else that's in here. So yeah, I thought it sounded good. It gives you the recipe on the back. You'd like add some onions, some celery, and butter and chicken broth, but they're basically seasoned breadcrumbs and seasoned cornbread. But for $1.50, I didn't think I could go wrong. And then the last stop we went was Walmart. One of my stockpiles I mentioned is cleaning products. Dawn Power Wash. Now normally I get the clear. The clear is very, very hard to find. I get it off of Amazon, and I pay $4.97 a bottle for it, which is typical. That's about what normal price is. Actually, it's higher in the stores. But Walmart had these on for $3.97 this week. It's the lemon one. We have hard water here, which is why some of my natural cleaning products don't work. I mean, severely. It's not hard water, it's iron. We have iron, very high iron here. And we have a water softener, but it still makes some things to clean very difficult. This is also the most amazing stain remover. Our rug that was covered in poor Lily's blood after her accident a month ago, it looks brand new. It took out old stains, it took out all the blood. So this is one that I do buy. I do like it. It cleans my dishes amazing, which they're very hard to clean because, again, of the iron and the hard water here. So I bought 2 of them to add to my stash that I already have of the clear. So like I said, I have several stockpiles, and cleaning products is one of them. The last thing I got, I know I've already bought some. I think I got them like the first week of stock at September, but these were on sale, and these have an expiration date into past 2026, or December 2026. And the ones I bought the first week, they expired this December or January. I can't remember. I was shocked because, I mean, I'll be using them up, but knowing I have over a whole year for these ones, I got myself 4 cans of evaporated milk, the Great Value brand. These were $1. I want to say $1.25 a can. I remember thinking they were very reasonable. And ingredients aren't bad, and considering it's good until 2026, this is kind of like, I don't necessarily use that a lot. I mean, yeah, I use it for pumpkin pie a couple of times and a few baking things, but mostly I have them is for emergency. If for some reason we have no milk, or maybe we lose the power and we don't want to try and keep the refrigerator going. With our generator, we just want to keep the freezers maybe going, and we can always move some things from the refrigerator and this freezer into the ones out in the garage, and then they're all just on one thing. So we have milk if we need it for things like that, because it's shelf stable. So yeah, so now I'm good. I'm good on evaporated milk. I have some for this year and some well into next year, so I won't have to worry about it. We have one more week. There's still a couple of things I've been waiting to see if they went on sale because we are low on, so I'm hoping I can get those for next week to wrap up this month. They haven't gone on sale and they're quite pricey, so we'll see. I'm not going to say what they are in case I can get them next week, and if I can't, then I'll let you know what I'm looking for. And there actually might be a bonus Stock It September week in October that's coming up, and that's going to look very different from the last few weeks, and I'll tell you more about that later when that happens. So you might get one more bonus week, and then I think I am ready for the cold weather. Like I said, we already had 2 frosts this weekend, and then this morning it's insanely muggy and we're having thunderstorms. So it was 70 degrees at 6:30 this morning. And yesterday it was, what was it yesterday? 36 degrees when we were getting ready to set up, when we headed out to set up for the craft show. So it was very, very cold yesterday morning. It felt very cold. It was chilly. And then it ended up warming up and it was just stunning day. So, and we're getting rain every day this week. I don't want to complain because we are still in drought conditions. So yay for the rain. It kind of puts a hitch in my plans for the garden this week, but that's okay. All that's left is really to put them to bed. And we still are trying to decide what we're doing there. Again, I'll talk about more of that because some things might be changing for next summer, for next garden season. And I don't know if we're going to put them to bed the usual way. I guess that makes no sense. Makes sense to me. It'll make sense to you in a few weeks. Until then, friends, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.